Hello and welcome, great people of the internet. This is NerdDragon88 here. We are doing Dwarven Crusade. We're undergoing some stuff at the moment. We're in the process of switching over to a better version of Roll20, which has been purchased by Metgath.
And I'm not here.
Hello.
And I'm currently disassociating, so it's pretty much the same thing. It's
So,
great.
What? I got a full belly of a stupid gnome that got in my way. Their
My
face
God,
really
let
good
him
when
do his
they're
intro, damn it.
Never! Okay, I'll shut up next time. I'm gonna be
okay, I don't know why, but I think the two of you should play goblins at some point.
I've played goblins before, they're great.
So, we're doing a slight change to how we're doing all this. We're going to be running most of the live stream stuff via Razor's stuff. And possibly Raxmo when he's on as well. I'm going to be doing recording of it, specifically so that way it can actually go up fully, because we've lost more than half of certain sessions to the live streaming issues. And we want to try to preserve all this content. So, yeah. It's all for you, folks. It's all for you.
Concept.
And it helps with our record keeping, too.
I know. Trying to do shit as a DM that doesn't take notes doesn't work. I do it all the time, and then I forget things, and then I have to be like, players, you people who take notes, because I don't. What was that thing that happened, like, 3 sessions ago?
Yeah.
I've had to ask for several NPC names.
I just kind of look at
Within
the
the
player.
past-
So, what was going on in the game?
No, I know what's going on.
I actually do forget what's going on.
Yeah, I remember what's going on. I just don't remember people's names, places' names, or directions. Any kind of geographical direction, do not trust me in any way, shape, or form.
Well, thing is, for me, I forget exactly where we are because I don't remember what we've done and what we haven't done. And I have stuff.
Yeah, because you. Yeah.
Yeah, I have all this stuff that I've done. I'm like, wait, which stage are we at?
See,
Or no, how about this?
Plan enough for that shit.
You kind of look around. You're like, so which direction? Where were we supposed to be going? The river. Which direction's the river? It's east. You just kind of look up at the sky. It's noon right now. Which direction's east?
No, I can. In the wilderness, I have geographical directions. I just can't get the names right. Like, I will say northeast when I mean northwest constantly.
Alright. So, so we're currently working with the party that we have. Raxmo has been, or Biztax is currently unable to join us. As far as I know, he might end up joining us, which would be kind of a stroke of luck.
Oh, that would be amazing. Though he's currently going to wherever the fuck. So, who knows?
Yeah. I think it's safe to... he actually mentioned it on his own channel as to which state he's going to exactly already, so I can say it. He's headed to Wyoming. So, for all you wonderful people out in Wyoming.
We all feel bad for him. I'm so sorry, people in Wyoming, but we're Californians. We're elitist. Or at least I am.
Alright, and actually we should all be switching over to the dining table.
Oh.
Well, hey, you know what? I'm going to be out in Colorado, so technically I'm going to be above you.
Perfect.
Yep. Alright.
Then again, I'm also from California, so whole mentality.
We're all elitist in our own special ways.
Well, okay. I don't feel elitist because of my state. I feel elitist because of my nerddom.
Both are true.
Well, nerds are the ones that built the world, or at least the internet.
No, we're the ones that inherited it.
Yeah, the meek have inherited the earth.
Indeed.
At least in the
that
United
built the
States.
internet.
Yeah, at least in the United States and I think Canada. I don't know about Mexico.
Most of Europe.
Yeah,
Most first world countries.
yeah. In the first world countries, the meek have inherited the earth.
Indeed.
Oh,
Other places,
and
not necessarily.
yeah. Do you know in the where the term first world nation originated?
No, I don't remember.
It was all the nations that opposed Hitler.
Yeah.
Hey, you know.
Of
I
course,
knew that,
now
but I
it's
didn't remember it.
changed.
I knew that, but did not remember. So, when we last left off, there was the fighting of a turkey bear.
Oh no.
Except-
Can I not exist for a little while longer?
Except that in all reality, I threw that in as a prank.
A bear facing off against a turkey bear.
Oh my god.
I am sorry about any trolling that happened, but
What? No, you're not. That's why you did it.
I am sorry.
You being
However,
sorry about
I am
doing,
not repentant.
There we go. There we go.
You being sorry about trolling players? That'd be like me being sorry that in WoW I made a troll named Forum.
Well,
Which I actually did.
to be fair, he was awesome. Do you remember his class?
I think it was a shaman. I'm not sure.
I believe you're right on the shaman. I remembered him either being a shaman or a hunter.
Yeah, I think he was a shaman. I was pretty much after over hunters after someone bitched to Blizzard about the one that I had named Little Horny.
Well, to be fair, it was a Janai.
And she kind of had little horns, so Little Horny.
Yeah, we've got an NSFW rating right away.
Well, I wrecked. I went and I did PvP, and I wrecked several people. I think one of them probably bitched to Blizzard.
Yeah, it's fair. That happens often.
So, and of course, Blizzard doesn't contact the players before forcing them to change the name and banning that name forever. If they get any complaints about a name, they force the person to change their name and ban the name forever from their game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Freaking unnecessary ridiculousness.
But then again, at the time, I think that was when they did have somewhere around 10 million active accounts. So
This is true. I love
So
how
anyway.
Spare the Dying is a necromancy spell.
Well, okay, there's good reason for that, which I could go into, which is a big cultural
Wait,
thing, but
no,
now
I
I'm going to save that for a whole episode.
Bring on.
But we're currently like a half hour into this, and we actually haven't gotten properly started.
This is true.
So, since we're currently
I'm doing shit.
Yeah, since we're currently on Dwarves Crusade, I will go ahead and remove the turkey bear.
you mean Dwarven Crusade?
Yeah, I'm in Dwarven Crusade.
You said Dwarves Crusade.
Damn it. And that's the reason why we gave them separate names for the moment, too.
And you know what's really going to screw with you? When we delete Dwarven Crusade, and I changed the other one to Dwarven Crusade.
Yeah, well, hopefully at that point I won't have to worry about it anymore. So, Kalra is apparently disappearing.
She passes out.
Actually, she's going to say that she's going to go scouting ahead. For more
Excellent.
knowledge.
She's not just going to poof and leave me looking around the road like, where the fuck did she go?
Nope, she's going to straight up say, I'm going to check for more knolls. And then she's going to kerpoofle.
Fair.
Leaving the bear there.
Just kind of looking around the street.
As I recall, you guys are coming from the top, or you guys were coming from the top of the screen.
Yes.
Because you guys are headed south.
Yep.
Lavir.
Yay, I exist. In some
By the way,
capacity.
I have now figured out where you got the name Lavir. and dirty.
What? No! No, I didn't! Whatever it is, no. Because I came up with it out of my own head.
I think you were influenced by a very famous Broadway play. Damn it, I can't speak French! Russell Crowe did it in a movie.
Oh. Les Miserables.
Thank you. I cannot seem to say that particular phrase right now.
Les Mis.
Yeah, Les Miserables.
No. Just call it Les Mis. I'll
Okay.
know what you're talking about.
So yes, with the I am Lavir. Yeah, that's a line.
Well, no, but it's Javert.
Oh, well, it sounds very similar.
No, I played Javert in the stage show.
And the funny thing is, everyone's gonna be able to see your face for this. Whee! Face cams.
Oh, hey. You want to know one thing I just noticed, which is really funny about Lavir? Spelled exactly the same way. Lavir is a medication, is the short word for a medication, lamivudine, which is primarily used to treat HIV, hepatitis, and hepatitis B.
All right, already good. We're already on a good start today, you guys. Already on a good start.
So on that note, I'm going to stay in the shadows.
All right. So you guys have finally arrived. I'm going to go ahead and move you guys up a little bit more because I have to put a wagon in there. Gone is the cart.
I'm gonna poof out of bear form and search the did we loot the bodies yet?
I think there was a starting of looting of bodies. I think there technically was some looting of bodies last time, but
I'm gonna pop out of bear form and start searching the bodies. That way I get health regen.
I'm obviously gonna have to change this a bit to fit.
I'm gonna
since
talk
we've
with
been
the
walking all day, I'm sure that once the... Oh wait, yeah, we did loot the bodies. And the money was all covered in blood. So it's like they come in, the bear's just kind of standing there looking at this pile of weapons and armor, and just poofs back into Donald.
I don't even give him a second glance. I'm just like, what the hell? Where did everyone else go?
Oh, by the way,
No,
Kind of look.
Lavir is not
look
riding
back.
a shotgun. That's where my assistant sits.
Excuse me. I will ride wherever the fuck I want.
And I'll look over and it says, my cut, my rules. I got the booze.
She resists the urge to break your cart.
Oh, you can't exactly break it anyway. It's made out of mithril.
it is made out of mithril now.
That just makes it harder.
He bought a wagon.
Yeah, as I said, that just makes it more difficult. That doesn't make it impossible.
Anyways,
moving on.
Also, I never got the I wasn't here when her character realized my character didn't have the giant iron balls on his hands anymore.
That's true.
it's true. She did miss that session.
She's like, we'll continue. Does not make dirty joke, even though she could.
This is sadly the best image that I have for the moment.
For what?
For the assistant. I'll get a better one later.
So we're heading south to the front lines, right?
You guys are headed south because that's the direction that the dragon headed in. It's also the direction that most of the army is going to be headed in rather soon. They're currently gathering as you guys are headed out as basically a preliminary force.
Gotcha. Well,
Joy of joys.
well, my
You get
character just can't wait
best
until he meet up with the soldiers, because then he can sell everything at 10 times price.
Well, no. The soldiers are behind us, my dude.
Well, yeah, we have to go back and still report sometime.
Yep.
I mean, okay.
What?
The spell message is a thing. I mean, I don't have it. I don't think. Yeah, I don't have it.
Why would I do
Someone else
that
probably
when I
has
can
it.
go sell my 6 giant kegs of...
Why didn't you sell them before?
I picked them up before we left the town.
Oh, okay.
To sell them at a higher price elsewhere. However, also, message has a very limited range.
Oh, and then it'd have to be Whispering Winds.
Yeah. So.
And the reason I picked up so much and went slightly into debt is because I looked at it this way. I can easily make money back and then some to fill the card if I sell it properly. Because I also bought whiskey.
She immediately zones out at the sound of money. She is not as smart as my usual character is. Well, no, she's smart. She just doesn't care.
Well, I have hardly any intelligence. I have a lot of wisdom, though.
Well, yeah, but you, care about money. Lavir does not, in any capacity, care about money.
Well, my character has to.
What?
Behold,
technically,
music.
my primary class is merchant.
Yes, that's true.
So, getting a move on.
Anyways.
Finally getting a hold of all this. I'm taking you by the reins!
No, it's called grabbing the bull,
As if you
bull
could.
by the horns.
So, you two were headed south, and you guys will be coming across several dead gnolls. Or a couple dead gnolls and a couple live ones.
Stabbed with small things?
They look stabbed, ripped apart. A few other things have happened to them as well.
Definitely Caliban.
When they show up, Donald is still in his bear form. He poofs out of bear form after they show up.
Hey, Donald.
Well, okay. When you guys first turn up, yeah, there's a big bear just sitting in the road.
Yeah.
Okay, my character will look at this bear, raise an eyebrow, and go, Donald? Please tell me that's you, Donald. As I'm slowly reaching for my spade.
The bear just kind of turns and looks at them for a moment. Poof.
Just looks at them,
Donald.
thinks about fucking with them, resists the urge. That's exactly what happened.
Why do I feel that there was a wisdom save in there somewhere?
Internal wisdom save. Oh, right, I took spiritual weapon.
Yeah. So. Whew, okay.
And then Donald just kind of looks at them and goes, about time you guys caught up.
Well, I'm sorry. When you guys just disappear like that, it gets it very difficult to follow after you.
Sorry, I couldn't find you guys and I got bored. And plus, Kara. I look around and I'm like, crap, that's right. She wandered off again.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Not my fault. The road knocked loose some barrels. I had to strap them mounted again.
Well, it is your fault that you brought it with you.
No.
Slowing us down.
It's all my bread and butter.
I feel like they've had this conversation along the road. I feel like this has come up multiple times.
Yeah.
And actually, my wagon actually moves just as fast as you running, so.
Well...
I strap on the signal horn.
Well, it's an all-terrain truck of the medieval age.
Oh.
Well, not exactly, but it's the mobile tank of the medieval age.
Yes.
It's basically an APC. An armored personnel carrier, for those who don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff that we got last time, Adrian, none of it was added to our sheets.
I think I dropped it into the chat.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
And Celeste just left roll 20.
Oh. Wait. I thought we were going to Dwarves Crusade. Are we going in Dwarven Crusade instead?
Yeah, for the moment. Just
God
because
fucking
everything's
damn
done.
it.
Sorry.
I just finished, too. God damn it. So angry. Alright. Moving on. Let me just get back in real quick.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess Denault is left with all the loot.
Well, I wasn't here last session. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, Denault, I guess...
I think we agreed that the money would be split 50-50 because we both took part.
Okay.
Then again, I'm not really sure if we decided on that.
I think
Anyway.
you guys might have talked about that after the session.
But she's probably got more money than she knows what to do with already, so... Unless the guards took it away from her.
Hey, nerd, just letting you know, I posted the link to my Twitch, so the live stream. And
Okay.
roll 20.
But yeah, but really the only things I was interested in is those bottles and the signal horn.
Okay. And I know
The
that
rest, I don't really care about.
does actually have the other Knoll Spear.
What?
Kelra does have the other Knoll Spear.
That's right, she took one of the spears away, huh?
She literally stole it out of his hands. And
Yeah.
then stabbed him with it.
Sounds like Elra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you guys have managed to meet up once more. There is some things to pull off of the bodies. And there is something that will be of keen interest to Orsic. And I lost connection. We'll be right back as soon as we get connection. And we're back!
Hi.
I never know we left.
I kind of kerpoofled for a bit.
It's fair.
You were quiet like normal, so I didn't even recognize.
Oh. So I'm reloading
But
in the
yeah,
page
so
real
I
quick
take-
to fix that.
So I take the signal horn and the bottles, and the money that was left there. And I just kind of leave the rest of the pile sitting wherever Calra put it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably right in the middle of the road, knowing Calra.
Probably,
Alright. I'm going to pull up a token for it then.
Oh, if there's shinies in there, I'm definitely taking those.
1 Knoll Spear, 2 longbows, 2... Oh, that's one thing I was going to check. What armor proficiencies would I have? And what armor do I have? My armor class is 11, so I don't think I have any armor.
probably not your druid.
I think you technically...
Yeah.
Actually, you might have some
I
armor.
don't have any proficiencies entered in, so...
Why don't you look at that? The druid.
The druid has proficiency with light and medium armor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, so you do have leather armor. I guess we just didn't fix your armor class?
Or when you guys are changing things over, it could also change.
Mm.
Alright.
Because I have 11 armor and I have a +1 from Dex. So apparently the leather armor isn't affecting me in any way.
It should be affecting you. I think leather is a +2, so your AC should be 13. Kerpoofle.
Okay.
It is now fixed.
Mm.
Alright, so. You guys have managed to meet up once more.
Indeed, even though Calra's gone. And our other dwarf is gone, right? Are you a dwarf, Metcalf?
Metcalf is right there in front of
I'm
you.
here.
Oh, okay.
I'm standing in the road next to the pile of stuff,
No.
picking
Is
up the horns
Metcalf-
and bottles and the money.
That's not what I'm asking. Is Metgath a dwarf?
Yes.
So remember we had 2 dwarves. Got it. Okay, cool.
I'm a dwarf again, yeah.
Got it.
I'm no longer a bear or a spider.
No. I was curious if your race was a dwarf initially.
Yeah.
Because I did not remember. I just knew we had 2 dwarves at some point. Okay. Cool. Then we have everyone except for Kalra. And the fancy man that we followed for a little while before he had to disappear.
And real
Forever.
quick nerd. What was that cloak? What? I know it gave me some armor. What was it? Because I only got 13 for my armor class.
Wrong sheet. Or
The cloak of protection or whatever.
Okay. Cloak of Protection +1.
So I'm up to 14. Okay. I thought my armor was a lot higher. Yeah, I'm used to playing tanks.
I think we didn't. Wait. Oh, did stuff get deleted? No. Why are you missing? Oh, okay, that's not the right sheet. Anyways, this is the right sheet. I'm asking, why are you missing all your monk stuff? Because I put it in. Like, there was a whole bunch of monk stuff, including custom monk stuff, and it's gone.
Yeah.
I think Roll20 might have eaten some of our stuff.
Yeah, because I also thought I had, like, metal, like, I don't know. I just thought I had more armor. Anyways, we'll figure it out later.
Well, no, monks have a special unarmored feat.
They have a special unarmored
Yeah.
trait where they get to add their wisdom to their AC.
You should have a higher one.
So that would bring that up to 18 and then up to 19 with the cloak.
I already added the cloak, so it's 18. Because it was 13 with the dexterity,
Oh,
plus
okay.
1 made it 14, and then the wisdom modifier is 4, so that make it 18, right?
Yep. Yeah, so as long as you don't actually wear armor.
Which I wouldn't, because I want to look like a merchant.
Yep. Well,
I'm
some
one of
merchants
those
do wear
merchants
armor.
Well, I'm one of those merchants that look like I'm weak, pathetic until I punch you through the wall. Anyways,
So, apparently we're got a lot of stuff that we're going to have to fix between episodes. So, I don't really want to try to fix that now. Alright, so.
well, it took you 4 hours to do it last time.
Well, that was also where we were picking stuff out.
Yeah, that's true.
So you guys have
Anyways,
managed
moving
to rejoin each other.
Oh, duct tape.
So I presume we're hoping to try and head further south. Can I make a perception check, see if everyone's as dead can get?
You can make a medicine check.
No. I was talking about if there's any other people that were not dead that I can see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Since you're just looking around, yes. If you decided to actually, like, go hunting through the corn and through the woods, that'd be an investigation.
Where you could load the dishes you put in the sink
Alright, so,
when you get a break. Or when, not a break, but...
okay.
Was that your daddy?
Yeah.
So, anyways, keeping out of people's personal lives right now.
I heard noise in the background. You know how I am when I hear noise in the background.
Shut the fuck up, please. Thank you. Moving on.
Ouch. Okay.
So the question is everyone riding inside the wagon, or are people going to be going on, or some people going on foot?
I'm gonna go on foot in lion form.
I forgot there is room. We didn't fill it up yet.
Alright. Denault?
I think I'll be in the wagon for now, just to give my feet a rest.
Alright, and I forget, did you take the money?
Yes.
Okay.
I have not added it onto my stuff yet, but yes. After reload, it screwed up the sheet, so I have to reload the page. But I added the bottles and the signal horn to my inventory already.
All right, I got the money part.
Okay. Yeah, threw the top half of the sheet off of my screen. Makes it kind of hard to do stuff.
Just a little.
All right, so there's also unusable hide armor. Oh, no, there's usable and unusable hide armor available.
Which, if I remember right, is worse than the leather armor I'm already wearing.
Well, it's a medium armor, so... Okay, so...
Is it worth any coin?
The unusable stuff? I mean, it's scrap leather, so you can theoretically get some money for it, but not very much, and it's covered in blood, which will get people asking questions.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
Okay. Then there's also the longbows and a spear.
Those are worth some money. I'll take those. I'll throw them in the wagon.
Oh! I just kind of look at the bloody armor and kind of like, ooh! Pull out the rod and touch it.
I'd forgotten about that.
Oh, now it's clean. I forgot about that. I had that rod too.
Yep. The rod of cleaning.
And I touched the money before I picked it up, so I wouldn't be handling it bloody.
So, does Lavir want a spear or a longbow?
Spear.
Okay.
And the daggers.
Oh, I forgot that, yes, there's also 3 daggers.
Well, I just pick up whatever I can, throw it in the wagon. Figure it out later.
I believe Calra was planning on picking up the daggers, so...
This sounds like a Kara thing.
I'll put them onto Calra's sheet if they're not already there.
And then that makes everything else that was left.
Apparently I did not put daggers onto her equipment list.
Hmm.
A thief without daggers? Or a rogue without daggers?
I believe she started off with at least one of them.
And then she probably threw it.
So...
And forgot to go retrieve it.
Well, it like wasn't in the listing of equipment, so... Oh! Everyone's class stuff is missing. That's what happened. And the other proficiencies are missing, too.
Oh, yeah, how all my
God
proficiencies
damn it.
are gone.
Yeah. All my features and traits.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, my
looking for
features and
missing...
traits is empty,
If you
too.
go down... Yeah. If you go down to the bottom, there's a little looking for missing data. If you hover over it, your data is in the simple version that can be re-enabled from the settings tab on the character sheet under general options, then feats and traits. Set it to simple.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna have to go and recover those at some point. Oh, I see. They added a plus button to those.
Yeah.
So you can actually put in each individual trait.
Yeah.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, okay. So, you guys are going to be continuing on down south.
Mm-hmm.
The next place you guys will be coming across will be a small community of dwarves.
Mm-hmm. I will feel very tall.
Actually, I'm going to open this up on my phone. So, yeah. So yes, you guys are going to be coming across a small town. I'm going to be looking up the name of it. Primarily inhabited by hill dwarves, with a few other people of various other races sprinkled throughout. Something you'll notice is that there is a larger concentration of human merchants here.
Okay.
Okay.
I set all that stuff back to simple, and my proficiencies never had actually been entered in, just the languages. But anyway.
Yeah.
So you said there's a lot of merchants there?
A lot of human merchants. Which is
Okay.
I mean, yes, this is a major trade road. However, for them to have stopped in a small town when it's a little bit past midday, but it's not that far past midday, is a little bit odd. Generally, they would continue up the road to a designated rest area.
I'm going to approach one of them and... Excuse me, why are all the merchants in this town?
Okay, and I forgot to grab my dice for the rolling part of this. Okay. Okay, so this is the town of Drogsfern.
Okay.
And it's a small town that's kind of set along the main trade route. Primarily benefits from traffic that comes through. It's not the main stopping point for most of the traveling merchants anymore, since there's now a fort just a little ways north. Generally about, I think it's 4 hours.
So we would have gone past that fort on our way?
Yeah, I mean, you go down a little side road to get there.
Okay.
But it generally makes more sense to just kind of continue onward if you're approaching the area at midday to head to the place that's on the other side of everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so you guys were basically kind of headed to the next fort south. Or, yeah. But there seems to be a lot of merchants that have kind of stopped here instead. And Denault is going to go up and try to talk to one of them.
I'll go with them.
I'm currently missing the dice that I would normally be rolling for some of the stuff. So I'll just roll this one to get the most basic information I need. Okay. Hello. You're wanting to know where we are stopping here? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's been troubles about.
Oh, what kind of trouble?
There's been a lot of raiding. And people dying.
Raids from who?
Wouldn't it make more sense to head to a fort then?
Except that that's the place where people seem to be dying the most. Just laying in their sacks at the fort.
Who's attacking?
As far as I've been able to figure out, probably Gnolls. Could have been something else, but Gnolls have been seen in the area recently.
Oh yeah, I did kill a few of them a little ways back.
Is there any other places like this where people are gathering? Due to the attacks?
The fort to the north and the fort to the south are just... People are just dying. And people are getting their stuff stolen. So we've all stopped here at the other village further south. But we gotta wait till like dawn before we can leave here. And even then, we're likely to get attacked.
I'll pull out a map of the local area and I'll ask him, point to where. I'm gonna go. Please point to where you guys are mostly attacked.
Okay. I don't know the exact locations. I wasn't attacked locally. But lots of other folks have.
Are any of them that have been attacked here?
I think Bridget got attacked.
Can you point her out, please?
And he'll start kind of looking around from where he is, trying to figure out exactly where Bridget is, as he's stated. I'm not seeing her, but she kind of set up herself. If you follow the road further south in town here, to down like 3 streets, and then go off to the left. She'll be along there. She's kind of set herself up a booth temporarily.
Okay.
She's figuring it's safe to just stay here rather than try to travel.
Too many people stay here, and it'll start to become a target.
I nod to her and I say, "Thank you for your information."
So, do I know the locations of the forts?
You saw one of them on your way here, kind of at a distance. It's a good extra mile off the main road. Kind of set up on top of one of the taller hills in the area. The area in question is actually very hilly.
Do I know where this other fort is they're talking about?
You know of it. You haven't been there, but you do know of it.
Okay.
I asked the guys how far we are from this fort to the south.
Wait, is it not on our map?
It is on the map.
Oh.
It's on foot. It's about 6 hours from here
Not bad.
to the fort. By cart, or by wagon or cart, as long as you don't get stuck behind traffic, it can generally be a little bit faster. Horseback, it obviously is even faster than that. So, you could theoretically make it there in like 4 hours if you tried to rush the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good number of miles, because it is in fact miles.
Yeah.
And it's about a half a mile off the main road, which means it's a lot closer to the main road, which means that more people tend to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I figure that the forts are a good place to look, since this guy says there's problems with them.
Yeah, probably a good place. And the southern one is closer, you said?
The northern one is slightly closer.
Oh.
Because we're 4 hours from the northern one, 6
Yeah.
hours from the southern.
Hmm.
Yeah. The northern one is slightly closer, however, it is also
Out
more
of our
off the
way.
road
Yeah.
and heading backwards.
Yeah, and also out of our way.
On the other hand, this could be linked to all the other stuff.
This is true. But if we're already heading in one direction, might as well keep on going in that one. Right?
Either way, my character's acting like he's allergic to leadership roles, so he's just kind of like, I'll go wherever you guys want to go.
Well, I'll look over to Celeste's character and ask her opinion.
I say we go to the southern one.
All right.
See what's happening there.
The only thing I have to put in on that cert, I think we should talk to this Bridget before we head out, though.
Possibly, if you like to. I mean, Matt Gath, what's your character's name again?
Denault.
Denault. Weren't you and Calra attacked?
Technically, I think it was more of a double ambush, but yeah.
That counts as being attacked.
I just kind of look. I just kind of stand there confused for a moment. I'm like, speaking of which, I'm not really sure how we wound up on the road. The fight was in the forest.
Shh. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Shh.
I mean, we were a good 40 feet into the forest when we were starting.
Damn it, where the hell is it?
And there's what I'm looking for.
Mm.
Okay, I don't know why my music suddenly went silent, but...
I can still hear it. It's
Alright.
just very quiet.
So... you guys will notice that there are, in fact, two establishments where people seem to be kind of hanging around rather densely as you guys are continuing your way south. The more northern one is the... come on, brain. You know what? This is what notes are for.
Generally.
What's gonna happen? Won't take but 2.
Okay, so it's the Crusty Stein. Although I think I spelled it wrong in my notes here.
Stein.
As in, like a Stein?
Yeah, as in a Stein.
Oh, okay. Cool. However you
I'm
spell
here,
that.
but I'm away from the computer.
Okay. So, yeah, the other establishment is the Candle in the Window.
Mm.
Which you guys have seen one of before. Back in the
Oh,
capital.
yeah, the candle in the window. I look at that and I'm like, I recognize that. And I just start scrolling over toward the candle.
So you'll be seeing that along the way southward to the street in question. Is Donald just gonna kind of wander off into there?
Yeah, what's their reaction when Orsic just suddenly, it's like, oh, I recognize that, and jumps off the wagon and starts walking toward the candle in the window.
Just like, no, Donald, where the fuck, Donald!
Donald, don't we have something to do?
Up and look back.
Or,
Yeah.
don't you have something to do? I don't know if he can see the thing. She's gesturing for you to come over.
Just like,
with
no.
a finger.
It's specifically a single finger. Like, come here.
I walk back over. I walk over. I'm like, yes.
Sit your ass back down in the cart.
I climb into the cart and I'm like, I got hit in that fight really hard again.
It's alright. Let's keep on going. I didn't even have to roll a persuasion check for that. I was half expecting to.
I was gonna walk right into the candle in the window and go,
what was that, Razor? And I got disconnected. We'll be back soon. Alright, I'm finally back.
Celeste stepped away for a moment. She said 2 seconds, but that was more than 2 seconds ago.
That's fine.
Yes, I'm probably going to be very difficult tonight.
Alright, and I'm back. And people are not on screen, but we'll work all this out. Okay. So the last bit that I caught was that you guys, or that she'd convinced you back onto the
I turned into Calra for a moment before I came. She was like, come here. Sit your ass down in the cart.
Okay.
And then I said that I was going to that I was gonna wander in there and ask him, is Ugg in? And then if Ugg showed up, just kind of look at him. You were in the capital. How are you here now?
Hooray, you're back.
He cut out before all that stuff happened. Like when I came back to the cart, it's when he cut out.
Oh, got it.
So he missed the rest of that.
Joy of joys.
So I was just getting a recap, which is now in the recording. Huzzah! As well as me also looking up an image that I'm then planning on trying to use for a thing here.
So yes, we're on our way through the town toward our destination.
Yep. I'm trying to give you guys a better thing to look at.
Give us a map.
Not
Other
a
than
map.
that, now long dead battle.
Yep, I give you a picture instead.
That's like for my game. I just have a I have a full map. I have a world map where anytime we're doing like RP stuff or anything like that, and if we don't need it, we're on that one.
Yeah, I should probably put together something like that, but
No, I have one for you. You dingus.
Oh, that's right. You also have my map.
I will have one.
Yeah, you have my map from Tom and Tom.
I do. And I should send you the digital version. My video is so pink. I don't know why.
Lighting.
What is lighting? There we go.
All right, so you guys are headed over to Bridget.
That's where they were headed. Who knows when I'll get distracted again.
I am going to task myself with keeping him on task.
Okay. It won't take
Someone
long.
actually-
Yeah, it won't take long for you guys
Hey,
to arrive at
think
Bridget.
about it
So
like this. At least you don't have to deal with both Calora and Dunalt.
This is true.
come, children, come, children, get to the adventure.
Come, children.
They may get distracted easily, but in a fight, you don't want to piss us off.
I am Adventure Mom. It's official. I am Adventure Mom.
Does that make John's character the working dad?
Oh no.
Who's bringing in all the money?
Please no.
Not that
Bringing
I'm
in
saying
lots
that
of
would
money,
ever
then
be.
going back into debt.
Yeah, not that I'm trying to ship that.
No. A ship has already pretty much sailed at this point. Anyways.
So,
And that is Cuddles and Claws. Moving on.
yes, so, you guys are in this lovely little town. I should probably try to find some better music. I don't think I have any, because I think all the music that I have is, like, combat-y type music.
Mm.
I'll find some better music at some point and put it into the list here, or into the next list. Which might be the reason why I didn't look for better music. So, yeah, see, that's no good. That's just creepy.
Too bad I can't hear the music.
I turn it way down because if I have it too loud, then I
Can't hear
then I
us.
can't hear it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you guys will come up to this booth that has been set up from a wagon that had no top that has basically been turned onto its side.
Mm-hmm.
So the wheels are facing the wall, and the open part is kind of facing the street.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a kind of counter space set up around with some tables and whatnot. It looks like possibly like planks on top of barrels type situation.
Mm-hmm. I'm familiar. Ooh, we got a bit sci-fi here.
With a Winnie. Alright, so, and there's a bunch of stuff kind of packed around inside the space, and a couple of things are like more outward, like on the front space itself, but they seem to be kind of the cheaper things. Anyone who's ever run a booth at like a convention or at a fair event
knows exactly.
keep all the expensive stuff at the back where it's safe and protected and where people can't
won't
get
just
to it.
walk off with it.
Yeah. And then you put all the cheap stuff up front. Unfortunately, that also means that some of the cheap stuff, or that some of your expensive stuff doesn't get sold as well. And sitting behind there, in an actual chair, mine, with like arms rests and everything.
Hey, you know what? You don't have a lot of gold, but what you spend on quality life.
Yeah, basically think like a chair that you might keep out in a garden area with armrests, or like a dining room chair with
Lawn
armrests. Yeah, and there's this. In comparison to Lavir, because I think Lavir is the tallest person out of the group.
I'm pretty sure I'm one of the tallest people in the town.
You did not put your height on here, or maybe it's just missing.
I'm 6'2".
60. Okay.
Lavir is not one of the tallest people in the group. She is the tallest person in the group.
Yeah, by far.
So this woman, she seems a little bit taller than Lavir, maybe.
Ooh.
Not a lot, but a little bit.
Human?
Half orc, actually.
My heart, be still.
And she's got her like chest covered, but it's kind of obvious that she has like ampule toppage. Which she seems to be trying to squeeze together a little bit to try to draw more attention to them.
Of course. I am very familiar with that pose.
Yeah, well, it's also something that I see a lot at Ren Fair.
Yep. Also, with table boobs. Ren Fair.
Yeah. So, where was I? Right.
Yes, you were describing this beautiful half-orc.
Yeah, dressed in basically like a doublet.
Mm-hmm.
And on a side note, if she's the mom and I'm the dad, that's going to be really creepy.
That's what I said.
I know, I heard.
So,
for one, we have no feelings for each other, and we creep each other out.
yeah. And different priorities, of course. So,
And,
yes.
Yeah, that's sadly a parental unit I know. Anyways.
Actually, if you guys are familiar with the image of the Inquisitor from Pathfinder, I don't think I can license to put it up, but think like that, only wearing a doublet instead of a bodice.
Whoa, she's not pink
Beautiful.
anymore.
No, I fixed it.
With a hand wave.
With a hand wave.
Also, another side note, sorry, I know I'm backtracking, but for some reason my mic's not working downstairs. I have to spend money to make money. I'm only in debt right now because I just made a massive investment into my wagon.
Money.
So,
Women.
I just want to kill shit. Like...
yeah.
You're typically like me. I'm trying to do... I'm like we switch places. What'd you do, find a spider?
No. I accidentally dropped my thing. I'm not scared of spiders.
Huh?
I'm a spider catcher in my household.
No, I was called to kill a spider for $20 once.
Yeah.
Anyways,
moving on.
Yes, Bridget is dressed in kind of like this, with a doublet and this kind of red long coat and a very much kind of flat, wide-brimmed hat with a single foofy feather coming out of it.
Why, hello, lady.
Well, hello, dearies! And what might I be able to do for you?
We heard you were attacked.
Yes. I was attacked.
I was wondering if you could tell us where. As I pull out the map.
Well, 3 times actually. Right around here. Pointing at a spot that's, a bit further south, about, I'd want to say like 30 miles south of here.
Okay.
Here, pointing right at the southern fort. Which at some point I need to pull up the notes for its name. That might be Fort Hursk. It's that one, or the northern one is Fort Hursk, named after a dude who fell there.
Okay.
No, the northern one is Rummenheim. The southern one is Hursk. So she'll point at Fort Hursk. Again, while I was staying here, and here, pointing about halfway between the two. Of the fort and the town here.
So is it pretty much in a straight line, or is it, or is the road straight, or?
It's all right along this main road. Which winds a little bit because of the hills in the area, but...
Yeah. They're probably just camping the road just because it's easy. It's an easy target.
It's a main highway.
So I'll just take the new information and I'll start doing some calculations. But I just start wandering off.
It's like, well, now that he's gone.
Yes, and as a little added detail that I thought was kind of interesting at the time that all of this happened is a patrol went by my cart about an hour before I was attacked. It went by my cart and continued north and did not come across these interlopers.
And they were gnolls, you say?
Yes, dearie. Well, okay. The ones that were closer to the town were gnolls. The first group was gnolls and some people with some kind of like furry hood thing with a face over it. It looked a little weird. It looked like they were wearing hyena heads or something. Or maybe wolf heads? I was fleeing for my life, so...
Of course. I completely understand.
And the attack at the fort was probably the scariest and the most difficult, and where I lost pretty much all of my guards. As they were all killed in their beds. They didn't want to let me near the mine, but, how should I put this? I meant to get a glimpse anyways. There was a big, long slit in the neck, going across. No blood visible, and the cut itself seemed like it was very blackened around its edges.
Necromancy, most likely. Can I roll an Arcana check?
You can roll an Arcana check.
I will roll an Arcana check then. Even though that's not my thing in this game. It usually is, so I'm just automatically like, oh, Arcana! Wait, no, I don't actually know how to do this. 13.
Donald may also try it. Ah, there it is. Okay.
6. I am better in this instance.
I'm just kind of standing there silently looking at the wares that she has out. I have no idea if any of them are going to be of interest to me at all.
She seems to have some things that are more like neat little statuary things. She seems to have a couple very finely crafted weapons in the back. That are generally of a heavier nature.
Okay.
So
What? I mean, this is distracting, but Lavir gets slightly distracted with the weapons in the corner. Like,
along the back wall. Yeah. So
a woman after my own heart.
yeah, and
Anyways. Oh, but yes, what do we know about the...
As far as you can tell, it could be necromancy, it could be something else, it could be jungle rot for all you know.
That is unhelpful.
Well, okay. If it was jungle rot, it'd be a different check. But, from what you can tell, it could easily be magic-based. Most likely culprit is some kind of magic weapon.
Yeah. Thought so.
So. But now on to the finer things, the things that we like to talk about. What would you like to buy?
What weapons do you have? I see you have some lovelies.
I do happen to have some very special weapons. I generally don't manage to sell them very well when heading through this part of things, because the dwarves don't seem very keen on anything made by orcs.
Well, they can shop wherever they like. When I see something beautiful, I like to go after it.
Let me guess, when she mentions the dwarves, she probably looks at me sideways.
Alright, I missed that, because all I see is Celeste cracking up and my headphones died.
There was flirting.
Okay.
Anyways. Do.
As I give a clap, yes. Oh, is that so? Well, what kinds of weapons are you mostly interested in? The ones that cause lots of blood and gore everywhere, or the ones that do a slightly cleaner job?
Usually I'll heft up my mace. It depends. Both can be enticing. What do you have?
My biggest stock mind is generally of swords, because people seem to like buying swords for ceremonial reasons or something, or just to put them up on their wall. Sure, they look nice up on a wall, but, you know...
Well, yes, but usually they're much more useful in a man's chest or something.
If you're going to be paying this much for a weapon...
Yeah. Might as well use it.
Precisely. Oh, let me start with the most, tantalizing, in my opinion, of the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to pull out a long... Okay, it's technically more of an arming sword than a longsword, but the games call it also a longsword. For more information on that, in the future there's a thing on that.
In the future, once it's uploaded.
Yeah.
There will be more things about this.
Traveling at the speed of upload! And editing. Keep an eye on the GM talks. We end up talking about swords a little bit.
A lot.
So, yeah, it's a decent length sword. It's basically like an elongated machete with a hook on the end, on the backside on the end, and it's like a half-inch thick on the back edge.
That is not a cutting weapon.
Well, on the back edge. On the front edge, it comes down to a nice sharp edge, but...
Of course.
Yeah.
But when you have that much weight beyond something, that is not a cutting weapon.
Yeah.
That is a metal stick that you beat someone with.
And you'll notice it's kind of bluish silver sheen to it, and it has these very fine engravings along its length. And it actually does have a guard.
Ooh.
Which is kind of ovular.
Mm-hmm.
Which comes out a little bit more...
Question.
At the... Yeah.
Would this be considered a martial weapon or an exotic weapon?
Martial,
No.
technically.
Never mind, I'm a warcaster.
There's
Do
that.
whatever I want. Never mind.
Yeah, it's technically a martial weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Bluish silver, would that be mithril?
Mm-hmm.
Haha! Description identified. So, you've seen a bit of this back in the city that you were just at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's mithril that it's made
I
out of.
kind of look over at the cart, look back at the weapon, look over at the cart, look back at the weapon.
Where's that?
Mithril.
Yep. Yeah, so it's made out of mithril, which is generally gathered up by dwarves.
Yeah.
And it, as far as I know, the dwarves and the elves... No, wait, sorry, there's also some humans and other humanoid races that know how to do it. Orcs are not one of the races that... Or pure orcs are not one of the races that have been shown or gone through or figured out how to do the process for processing mithril from ore to metal. If you give them the metal, they can use it. It's just going from ore to metal is the part that they don't have down yet.
Yeah. Tricksy bastards.
Well, mithril is one of those things that's very hard to produce as it is.
Yes, indeed.
So, yeah, and along the length of the blade, with all that fine engraving that I was talking about, there's like various images that you see, and you think you see some of them moving a little bit, but it could just be a trick of the eye.
That's fine.
Oh, right,
It's beautiful.
Mentioning the guard. The guard is bronze.
Mm-hmm.
With a kind of dragony motif about it.
Am I nearby?
You kind of wandered up, but you're not that far away.
Well, I wander back to see what's taking so damn long.
What? We are just looking at a weapon. He's just taking forever to describe it. Because descriptions.
They say, "Oh,
Yeah.
who would have anything nearby? Who nearby would have anything that would be interesting to a druid?"
Is that good enough to figure out what that damn thing she's looking at?
Indeed, it would be. At least for the magic-y part.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Nat 20. Okay. I am looking for it in the book.
I was just gonna ask her, because she already knows.
Well, not necessarily. I've met merchants that have something they don't realize what they have.
Okay.
I don't know. I think she realizes what she has.
After all, it was in the back, not up front.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Sometimes stuff, I've seen a lot of animes where the best thing is stuff in the back in the sail raft.
But I don't think... This is her prize.
So, yeah, this is kind of her prize bit. It is the way that she refers to it is a burning claw.
I want it so much.
So, Razor, you're like... Or sorry, Orsic, you're like, oh, yeah, I've seen enchantment stuff like that before. That there's a tiny bit of a trickery of the eye thing due to technique, along with some added stuff because it has quite a bit of heat going on because it does fire and corrosive.
I want it even more now. Starting price.
Checking the book. Because I don't have it listed in my notes like I should have done. I was a bad boy. But it happens a lot.
I tried my merchant and my insight on the damn thing to see how much it's worth.
Roll your merchant scale.
He just did.
Well, I was seeing if it actually worked. But those two, the insight merchant, with all the damn other things not working. But I'm going to say this: he can either choose the 9 or the 19. I'll let Adrian choose. So don't give me a look.
I will give you the look.
Oh, is that the mom look?
No. Me being a mother is me You say that, but I recently have held a newborn child who is my sister, so I know exactly what my mom look is, and it is, I will kill you if you touch this. This is mine. And then just, super protection.
So, Orsic, you saw something similar to this for around the range of, 45,000 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm. 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 Need to save up for that shit.
My current starting price on this is currently 49,000 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, I don't manage to sell this one merely, but I have found people who are interested and are currently working on getting together the funds.
I'm fighting a dragon soon. I should be fine. Anyways.
I might be... What kind of dragon are you planning on fighting soon, dearie? I might have a thing or two.
As she says that, I make sure the mark on my head is glowing like the sun. We're under the king's orders to hunt down the dragon that's been plaguing lands to the north.
Oh, so there's trouble in the capital itself, even?
I just kind of yawn and I start heading over toward another merchant's place. I'm looking for something having to do with druids.
She actually was going to pull something out for you to have a look at. Which was a small bag.
Okay, since she's actually going to be pulling something out, go ahead and finish up their thing first.
Yeah, so you're going to get to look at a small bag, and there is chained to the back part of things a box that you'll bring out. You're pretty certain that that's a reinforced, glass case with a bunch of figures in it.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead and finish their thing up, then we'll do mine.
Yeah, so she's just gonna pull those out and put them onto the counter for you to have a look at.
Okay.
All right, so. Well, I suppose. Well, dears, I suppose I could give you maybe a little bit of a discount. But it would somewhat depend on the item in question as to exactly how much of a discount. I could theoretically give you, like, let's say, a couple common potions of healing for a mere 10 gold pieces. I've only got 3 currently in stock, mind, because everyone's been getting injured.
I'm alright when it comes to healing potions, and
I'll slide her 10 gold pieces.
And I'm a bit of a healer myself on good days. You're just an asshole. I heal other people.
I'm the one who brings you the booze, and he's... Yeah.
It's like... 2 seconds.
Alright, well, while she's doing her thing, dude, Mac.
No, I'm here.
Oh.
I just had to let the cat out of my room.
Alright. So, you mentioned a dragon. What kind of dragon are you looking to defeat?
There's a red on the loose.
Red.
Never fun. Ice, maybe?
Well, for a mere 500 gold pieces, I could allow you to have a Frostbrand blade.
What does that do stat-wise?
F. Where's F? F is this way. Okay. See, it sheds light, apparently.
She's not stealthy anyway.
Extinguish
sting?
all non-magical flames within 30 feet of you.
Not the worst, so if something isn't being magically... It's not bad, actually. Which also means that if you get set on fire...
Yeah, I found the main set of abilities, by the way, which is 1d6 cold and resistance to fire.
That's cool.
On the other hand, it is 500 gold pieces.
Yeah, I know, which I don't have on me right now. But I can wait until after we loot something.
How much are you
That
short?
would be useful as hell. A lot. It's fine. I'm at 270 right now. When it comes to actual useful shit. I'm mostly magic-based anyway. But gods, do I want it!
I'll look at the lady and I go, how about a trade?
She's a wet. It's alright.
Well, she has weapons along the back wall, but she does sell a bunch of other stuff as well. Well, what are you thinking of trading for?
The sword you're talking about right there.
Yes, but what are you putting on the table?
I point over to my wagon and I go, a barrel of the steel mall's malt.
Well...
And with World Time, you know you can sell that easily to be able to cover that.
Around here, I'd basically only be able to sell it to one of the 2 taverns. In order to help them keep in stock.
And I'll pull out my symbol to prove that I'm a steel malt.
Nerd, do we know about the army that's headed this way?
The fact that there is indeed an army coming down this way, yes.
How far out are they?
They are about a week behind you guys.
Okay,
At least.
knowing that information, I'll go. Or you can even hold on to it and make even more of a profit because there is an army at least a week behind us. And you know those thirsty soldiers will turn up anything they want. You can even water it down a wee bit.
Roll a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody knew that this
Is
was
no one
coming.
helping me on this?
I mean, I would, but like I'm not very persuasive.
No, but if you help me, then
But I am pretty.
Are you gonna smile at
To
her?
help him, it grants
For
advantage.
sure. With that flirt earlier, hell yeah, I am.
So if she's helping, it'd be 22.
Mhm. Yeah. I am definitely aiding. Because I want that shit. I will give you all of my gold. No joke.
Alright. How about this? A little extra. 2 barrels. And to spend some more time with your furry friend here.
I am not furry right now.
Oh, okay, sorry. With your shiny friend here.
I wouldn't be objective to that at all. But just a little while, and I'll come back. I promise. I almost feel bad, but I really don't.
And how much can I sell each barrel for again?
I'm gonna double check your sheet, because I think I marked it there.
Wasn't it like 250? I thought it was 250 or 200 each. One of the two.
That's a bottle of whiskey.
280 pounds?
What was it doing? What was it doing?
I see 6 barrels of steel malt meat, and then at 280 is probably the weight.
Okay.
Whoever whistling, please stop.
I did not put any notes on it.
Sorry, the whistling really gets to my hearing.
You had a lot more barrels than that. I think some of your stuff went missing again.
Well, I thought I only
More
had
issues.
6 barrels.
You had a lot more than 6 barrels. You got like 20 barrels. Because you could fit it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Alright, I'll change that.
And I thought you might have been upgrading from the regular mead, but I don't remember if you were.
Yeah, I did, because I knew I was going to the front lines. So this
Yeah.
is the real good shit.
Which also means your debt slip is a lot bigger than 400, but...
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so that means...
But I bought a few bottles and then did the other stuff because I knew I was going to the front line, and I knew I could easily make it back and then some.
So you spent, I think it was about 300 per barrel, which I think means you can sell it for...
And that's after my discount and everything, so.
Yeah, I think that means you can sell it for, I think it was 450.
Okay. Unless I'm selling the soldiers next,
But she doesn't know that it's, the stuff that it necessarily is. At the moment, she just thinks it's just malt.
Okay, I'll look at her and go, you have to sweeten the pot a little more, because I can sell each one of these barrels for about 500 gold. This is the good mead. This isn't just the watered down your hull. No. This is the stuff that one mug can drop a normal human on his ass.
I thought you said it was malt.
Aye, it's the strong malt. I'll literally pull out the paperwork and show her.
Generally, they don't come with paperwork.
What were steel malts? We have different grades. We want to keep track of everything.
Yeah, there's a very big difference between mead and malt, by the way.
Well, okay.
Big
I'm
difference.
trying to correct this situation since the paperwork on my end is messed up.
So she'll look at your slip and how much you paid for it and all, and because basically what you got, I guess, is like basically your receipt.
Pretty much.
All right. How about I throw in a double checking the price on those because I think I remember it, but I'm not entirely certain.
Hey, you can't blame my character for doing this thing. Rogues do their thing, merchants do theirs.
Yeah. By the way, you're going to need to do another persuasion check.
And since I know I got that thing right next to me, it doesn't matter, 16.
Okay.
And we lost Metcalf.
I'm here.
I did
He's
not roll
just-
20.
Yeah. He'll be back soon on the roll
Oh,
20.
okay. I'll reload it when it's my turn to do something.
All right. I'll give your friend there a the druidish one a rust bag of tricks.
I'll look over at Denault. What do you think?
What do what is it that she was mentioning?
Arcana check.
I will also make an Arcana check because
Okay.
I can.
It's flooding up.
Oh no, wrong thing.
I'll also do one. Yeah. Hey, hey, nerd. Does that take back memories of you trying to screw me over on the cliff?
Okay. So 18, 12.
I'm more just giving it a cursory glance rather than actually, like.
All right. So what I'm missing here is Metgath's Arcana check. Do you want me to roll it?
It shot me way up to the top. Oh, I see where it did it. Submit. Sheet. There. And 3.
Yeah. Dunno. You have no idea. But it sounds fancy. Lavir, it's a magic item.
How about Razor's 18?
Yeah,
I just kind of look over at I look at the two of them.
So,
Cock my
Orsec,
Yes.
eyebrow.
Yes.
the bags of tricks are bags in which you can just reach in and pull out an animal.
I'll relay the message to him.
Hey, you pull out a fuzzy object and throw it up to 20 feet, and then it turns into a creature that is friendly to you and your companions. Very important.
Okay.
There is...
Is there a limit?
Yeah. Currently unknown. But you can always ask her.
I say, is there a limit to the number of times it can be used?
Once per dawn, dearie. Once per dawn.
I start to smile mischievous.
Oh,
no.
And as a last added thing, Mr. Steelmall here, I'll even throw in, as an addition just for you, a bag with extra space on its inside.
You have yourself a deal. Now what? So I'll literally take the sword and I'll hand it to Lavir and I say, if you ever call me an asshole again, just remember who gave you this sword. And then I'll walk over to the cart and start rolling 2 barrels over. Then I'll talk to her and ask her, do you have any monk weapons?
I can't say that I have anything except for... Well, I have a set of magical bandages that one could put on their hands to heal them.
Oh, I got those already. It doesn't hurt to ask. Where would you like me to set these barrels?
Oh, just leave them right there. I'll come out to get them. And she'll come around and pick them up and just lift them over the entire counter space.
I'll also pull out a slip and say, please sign here.
Which she will. And it's at that point when Gadis will actually get her name. Oh, apparently the image that I pulled up is Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo, it's a beautiful place. So you guys will see the fact that her last name is in fact Bloodtooth.
I am even more attracted.
So she will hand over what appears to be a kind of satchel with a face on it.
Do I recognize this satchel? Or this face thing?
It'd be a Arcana check.
I think Orsic, yeah, Orsic. I think Orsic for the bag.
See, I got wealth. It's just all my wealth is tied up in my damn, mead. Or whatever you want to call it.
Mead, malt.
Mead, malt, what's the difference? Everything.
So I'm putting the bag into your inventory.
Okay. And I looked it up. I like some of those creatures that it can pop out.
Yeah, the bag of the rusty bag of tricks in particular can do rat, owl, mastiff, lion, brown bear, giant goat. Yeah.
Especially that lion, because the lion is a CR1 creature that I've been looking into making it, having as my third transformation. I've been looking at several different creatures.
If you do, Lavir may be slightly jealous, because she doesn't get the full lion until level 5.
So,
There's 2 more levels until that.
Orsic, the bag that you've been handed is in fact a bag of holding.
Oh my. Oh my, I hit the jackpot.
Yeah, mind you, it's basically satchel-sized, so...
Well, I can only put small stuff in it, but still.
Yeah. So
I
no
had to-
barrels of ale.
Damn. So yeah, I just put, the satchel on my belt.
Yeah, well, it's more of a shoulder strap situation.
Mm.
But yeah,
Well, I attach, I use the shoulder straps and wrap it around the belt so it looks like a damn bag on the hip.
okay.
There's
Seems
several
unnecessarily
different ones I'm
complicated.
looking into. Craig cat, lion, and giant hyena.
That's the tan one. So,
Not the Craig cat. Look at the giant hyena. That's Monster Manual. Okay. Good. Oh my, that one's got 45 hit points.
That's right, so I gotta mark that down to 18, not 20.
so you guys are planning on apparently coming back soon.
Indeed. I mean, what time is it right now?
It was pretty close to noon when you guys arrived. So,
Damn it.
Hey, if you want to sneak off and have a little fun, go ahead.
Well, no, I want to make good time. That just means that I'm coming back.
so dear, I'll be seeing you sometime around sunset, perhaps, over at the Candle in the Window.
Oh, excellent.
I'll just roll my eyes and go back to the cart.
I'll hang around with her at her booth for a little while.
Dinner
Just
by
sit down
candlelight.
Of course.
All right, I'm having a little bit too much fun with that.
Ah, yes.
And before I walk off, I
Adrian.
look over at Celeste's character and says, I will need to talk to you later. You have fun, though.
Hey,
I'm
Nick,
I'm
remember
gonna
this?
take my gold pouch and I'm just gonna hand it to him.
Oh,
hey,
damn.
nerds, remember this? Oh yeah.
No. No.
So how many gold pieces did you have?
I have 27 platinum, 2 gold, 1 electrum, and 3 silver.
Alright, 27 platinum, how much gold?
2. I transferred everything to platinum.
Alright, how much electrum?
1.
Alright, silver
3.
and copper.
0.
Okay.
I do not carry small change.
Well,
You
I
give
have
that to the poor, of
it's-
course.
Yeah. Hashtag no shame. Yeah. And now I'm poor. That's fine. I'm a cleric.
Yeah, but you have a badass sword.
I do. Hashtag worth it.
And I'll just give it a look
Yeah.
of, you better show me some more respect as I walk off.
I gave gold fucker.
But yeah,
Nerd, I think the lion will be the other one I go with.
Wait,
It's
no.
the most. Right.
have you seen a full lion yet?
What?
Have you actually seen a full
Hmm.
lion yet, or a picture of one?
I'm not sure. I don't even know what types of terrain my guys traveled through, so
I'm
we
generally
never
thinking
really established that.
Southern Europe.
Technically, in Northern Europe, there were lions at one point.
There is that.
At one point, there were lions. I just
I
happened
mean,
to be
short
the
of that,
African
I
lion.
could go with the dire wolf.
You know what? For right now, we'll say that your lion just doesn't have a mane because it's a mountain lion.
Okay.
Because that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
We
should have
match.
seen one of those.
Though I still have my dreads in lion form. Just as a note. Or my braids. Braids, yeah.
Yeah, braids, dreads. Close enough.
So the advantage that our kobold was receiving, when I'm in lion form, I get that.
Rude.
You get the pact tactics?
Yep.
Nice.
Lions have keen smell, advantage on wisdom checks, on wisdom checks that rely on smell. Pack tactics, pounce. So if I move 20 feet, I can, and then hit a creature with my claws. It then has to succeed in a strength save, otherwise it's knocked prone. And if the target is prone, I can make a bite attack as a bonus action. So if I hit it and knock it prone, it gets hit not once but twice. And then I also have running leap. So if I run 10 feet, I can jump 25. Anyway. And they're fast, too, 50-foot speed.
Yep. So
it looks like this is where we're going to be spending the rest of the day, then.
Yeah,
Seems like it.
Unless you guys want to try to make it all the way down and then back it somehow in...
No. I was already kind of planning of spending the evening here.
Alright. So there's lots of merchants from which you can buy all kinds of things. Basically, with the exception of magic items, you can purchase anything that's in the books. And there's a lot of magic items you can buy.
So can you give me the stats to that sword again? Sort of branding, right?
Frost brand.
Frost brand, thank you. Frost brand.
Yeah, and it does an extra 1d6 cold damage.
Excellent. So there is 1d6, and that's 1d6 slashing, right?
Yeah, it's 1d... Wait.
Swords are usually slashing.
Okay, that's the cold damage part of things. Which means I need to look up the damage of the base sword.
It's probably just a...
It's not a short sword.
That's probably a great
That's
sword.
probably a long sword. Long sword or a short sword. Yeah, probably a long sword. I bet you. I bet you money. Which is 1d8 slashing. Though if you're using it dual-handed, it's 1d10.
Actually, they did fix the longsword. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they made it versatile. Which makes me very happy. But you still can't use it as a bludgeoning weapon, which makes me sad.
Also means that they took out the bastard sword.
Yeah. Bastard sword isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, so that'll make it a longsword.
Excellent.
Okay, equivalent of a longsword.
Yeah.
And it is definitely slashing. Do not expect it to be doing it. Okay.
No.
I guess it'd be slashing or piercing, depending on which way you want to swing this thing. Or no, not slashing.
It's slashing.
It's slashing or bludgeoning, I guess.
Yeah. Depending on which edge you're using.
Yeah.
Slashing.
Well, I'm gonna go around looking for gloves that have attack bonus.
And I will be using it dual-handed. Thank you, because I do not have a shield. And I'm a cleric, so I don't need my hands free.
I'm looking up I'm looking up magic items, and I'm looking at one right now called Bag of Beans.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of funny.
An animate, one of the options that could happen if you plant it is an animate, immobile stone statue, and your likeness rises. It makes verbal threats against you. If you leave it and others come near it, describes you as the most heinous of villains, and directs the newcomers to find and attack you. If you are on the same plane of existence as the statue, it knows where you are. The statue becomes inanimate after 24 hours.
That is beautiful on a number of levels. Technically, it could also be a greatsword if you wanted it to be. Moving on.
Yep. So I believe +1 weapons are uncommon?
The Frostbrand in particular is very rare.
No, Frostbrand is just rare. It's just rare.
Let me like
No, you're right. I was wrong, and I priced it wrong.
darn.
The Flame Tongue is just rare.
Ah.
So I'm just gonna own my mistake and let you keep it.
Yes.
Why does it do more now?
No, it doesn't do more. It was just more than he wanted to give me.
The price for it should have been
Much more.
like 49K, or like I believe it's somewhere
So
between
we just got
5K and 50K.
Excellent.
So yeah, you guys have got a really big bargain. But that was my mistake. So
All it took was 2 barrels of my booze.
yeah, it really should have been all of them and then some. Yeah, as I said, my mistake.
As I wander off from them, looking at the different places, how much would it be for an uncommon wondrous item?
I was still looking at the weapons thing, and then I forgot to continue looking for it. Is it under weapon?
Oh, this thing is Broom of Flying.
Okay, uncommon. So that means John is also looking at the same price range. Broom of Flying I put at the top of the uncommon. I think it actually should be rare, but they priced stuff how they priced stuff. There's a lot of stuff like that doesn't make sense.
So how much would it be?
Prices are dumb as shit. Moving on.
So, for a Broom of Flying, if they have it, mind, that's a really big if, you'd be looking at 500 gold pieces.
Okay. So 50 platinum. Yeah, okay.
For +1 gloves, you are looking at 400 gold pieces. Or 1 barrel. And they're not planning on trading the barrel, they're planning on drinking the barrel. Did you catch that, Razor?
Yeah, I'm thinking here.
Okay.
I'm trying to look at some stuff.
So, okay. Well,
I'll look at him and go, any chance you could sweeten the deal a little? I mean,
the merchant just looks straight at you, kind of flattened. No.
This is the good stuff.
Yes, that's why I'm willing to go for just 1 barrel.
Do you have any, those monk spade things?
No.
Alright, I'll roll a 1 barrel over to him. I'll take the gloves and put them on.
Yeah, he's a purveyor of gloves, specifically. He's a glover.
Ah. I mean, it would be like 2 barrels for a +2, right?
It'd be a lot more than that.
Alright, well...
+2, you're looking at 10 times that amount.
That's 10 barrels. Fuck that shit right now. Yeah, I need to. I'm trying to, spend as little as possible because I'm sort of giving money away at the moment.
I gave you back half of the gold that I owe you. A little more than half.
Well, no, it's not that. It's these barrels I bought them for about 400 and I sell them for 800. So, to soldiers especially.
No. You bought them for like 300 and you're selling them for like 450. Generally speaking. You can get up to like maybe 800 with soldiers, maybe. If they have that kind of cash.
Yeah. Well, that's why I got the good stuff. Give them a little sip and they'll just keep on buying rounds.
Yeah, selling it by the mug obviously gets you more money.
What would you price a decanter of endless water?
Rarity?
So,
Uncommon.
since I know we're staying here for the night,
I see what you're doing.
are there soldiers nearby?
There does seem to be like a local militia guard type deal. There's not very many of them, but they are carrying actual weapons, and they have tabards.
Okay, so they at least have some money. Well, I'll go and park my cart right next to it and set up camp.
All right.
Raising the banner of the steel mall saying, "We have booze and we're open."
Roll a... Actually, I have to make a roll. I have to make the roll. No, I have to make the roll. No, I have to make the roll.
No, mine.
Mine.
My joke was about okay, there's this like weird like one person play thing where you have something like a bow tie or a napkin and you like squish it in the middle and you have the evil landlord comes along and to the poor woman in distress and he's like, it is time for you to pay your rent. But I can't pay the rent. But you must pay the rent. And they bring it down for like a bow tie and I'll pay the rent. My hero!
Anyways.
Yeah. It's funny. See, she's laughing.
I'm trying not to.
So I need to roll percentile dice. Do I have percentile dice here? No, I do not. So I will use...
Also, my assistant starts singing.
Performance check? -2?
I said my assistant. She's trained in this kind of thing.
Yeah. His assistant is better with the charisma stuff than him. No, he actually got himself a decent charisma.
The gauntlets of ogre power, I imagine those would probably be on the high end of uncommon.
Yes.
Okay.
And also currently not available here. Okay, so... /roll 1d100.
Why?
Almost. Never mind. I'm not going to comment. What's up?
I won't roll my stuff.
What happened to your stuff?
No, the thing won't roll it. Nah, you're good.
Rolling an actual physical d6 here. Okay. So... And the cost of running this is... I thought they had a thing for this. Abbey, Hall, Keep, Estate, Outpost, Palace, Temple, Tower. Where's the... Oh, that's building a stronghold. Not maintenance costs. Very big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is 5 plus... So you're going to make 15 gold while you're at it.
Okay. Not bad for a night hall. From a small town.
Yeah. That means that you got like a lot of the merchants coming by to get drunk. Using their hard-earned money. Mind you, all the money here is just kind of passing back and forth from merchant to merchant because there's not really any other way for money to be coming into the town. Except that,
How about goggles of night? They grant dark vision range out to 60 feet.
Useless for the dwarf. And for the were-lion. And for the
however, if you already have dark vision, wearing the goggles increases its range by 60 feet.
Oh. Yeah.
That would make my dark vision 120 feet.
Which is normal for tieflings.
Alright. Before I tell you a price on this, I'm going to roll dice to see if they have it for hoots and giggles, because market price does fluctuate a lot based on location and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they're asking for 480 gold pieces.
Okay.
Which seems a little ludicrous, but they think that they have you trapped. And they desperately want your money. Okay, so fast forwarding through some stuff because time. Yeah, sorry that this has been a slower episode, folks. Okay. So you're going to be hanging out with Bridget at the Candle in the Window that evening.
Indeed.
Yeah, Orsic is watching his assistant do singing and dancing while serving drinks. Yes?
Yep. And help him with the drinks, but I'm letting her try to bring him in so that way, get him drunk now for singing and, thing to make up them spend more.
Yes, Celestial? You gave the 1 minute.
I need to do manually.
Alright. So, Denault.
That was my charisma roll. Straight charisma, baby. Sorry, moving on.
Denault, what are you going to be doing for that evening?
I'm wandering around looking at all the shiny things.
Okay. I have a feeling that if Calra was here, she'd be joining you.
If Calra were here, shiny things would be disappearing.
True.
Ain't that the truth?
I'd look at something and go, ooh, this looks... Oh, that's way too much. Walk away from the stall. Merchant looks over. Hey, where'd it go? You took it, didn't you? I didn't take anything. I left my bag back at the inn.
Yeah, mind you, Calra would also be being looked at more closely because kobold.
Yeah.
So, all right. Getting back to things. So, Denault, you're going to be looking through stuff. Roll me a perception check. Razor, or Orsic, roll me a persuasion check. And
I don't
Lavir.
like this.
What
Stupid dice.
Well, at least you
How
have advantage
about
because
the
people are drunk.
periaptive health? It's uncommon.
Okay. Ah.
Hey Celeste, can you see my face on Roll20?
I can.
The sleeping beast.
Oh, sorry. Yay.
That's my thing of, well, everyone wants a black cat. Everyone gets a black cat during Halloween and then abandons it. Me? I've had that thing for almost 6 years.
Yeah, I have 2 in my house.
Are they both yours?
I mean, they're kind of collectively all of our children.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. We have Salem and we have Tabitha. Tabitha's special. She has, like, kitty autism. But she's very sweet,
You
though.
have a cat. You have a cat named Salem.
I do. A black cat named Salem. He likes to talk.
I'm related to Rebecca Nurse.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, actually, my mom's grandfather did a bunch of genealogy research and traced us back to one of Rebecca's, I think one of Rebecca's sisters.
What does this persuasion do?
Okay, so
yeah, it's back on subject.
Metgath.
Yes.
Periaptive health is 102 gold pieces.
Okay. 102, so 10 plat.
10 platinum, 2 gold pieces.
Being totally immune to disease might be worth 10 platinum.
Not immune, suppressed. Okay.
You are
You're
immune to contracting any disease while you wear this pendant. If you were already infected with a disease, the effects of the disease are suppressed while you are wearing the pendant.
Yep, you're right.
So it's immunity to contract. I can't contract any diseases while I'm wearing it.
Yep. So still it's 102. So okay, and I was going to look at Lavir's sheet for Lavir. Please roll me an insight.
Oh no. I'm good at this. 15?
Okay. And I'm still missing Metgath's perception.
So why you had me roll up persuasion?
Oh, you wanted me to roll perception? Okay, I missed that.
I mentioned that just before you asked about the periapt.
So what's the point of me doing the persuasion?
Getting people who are at your counter to talk.
Getting information. Got it.
21.
Okay. So the two of you are going to be gathering very similar information. So, okay. Metgath actually hasn't had that much screen time yet, so I should do him. So, Metgath, as you're kind of wandering around, you're overhearing bits and pieces of people's conversations, and there's all kinds of weird chatter about what might be kind of going on at the moment.
Okay. Like what?
Like the fact that, apparently there's trouble to the north, so should they even bother trying to head north again? Or should they just flee to the south, back to human territories, where it's ostensibly safe? There's also a couple rumors that there's been green-skinned individuals kind of running around out in the out amongst the grassy hills further south.
Does my guy hear any further? I'm gonna see if I can get a further description on those green-skinned individuals.
So you're basically going to go talk to people?
I'm gonna hear about the green-skinned individuals. I'm gonna ask that person if they saw any of them or if it's just something they heard.
I thought I saw one of them, but I'm not entirely certain.
Could you describe it?
It was like a tall, lanky elf with no nose. And I thought I saw it running around in the woods.
What would I roll to see if I know what it is?
Let's see. Arcana, nature, history. I'm gonna look at a sheet so I can actually see what the list of skills is. Yeah. Arcana, history, as I mentioned before. Nature. Theoretically, religion.
I'm better off just rolling nature than... Because history and nature are the two highest of the ones that you mentioned before.
Yep.
$19.
It sounds... So, back in your small village, back home, there were a couple adventurers who came through and whatnot and talked about various stories. And there was this guy that you remember having talked to who talked about being on a ship in a sea of, like, nothing and air on another plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like. And there being these, like, people that were green-skinned, skinny, slimy black dreaded hair with these really scary silver swords. And you think that they were called Githyanki?
Githyanki!
Okay. I say, did the creature by any chance have its black hair?
I honestly couldn't tell. It was only for a moment.
Did it have its weapon out that you noticed at all?
I remember there being something shiny that kind of attracted my eye to the spot in the first place. I saw like a sparkle of light, looked in the woods, saw this thing for like half a second maybe, and then it disappeared into the woods. Nobody else believed me. So I get here and I hear other people talking about it.
Yeah. So do I remember if that adventurer said that the Githyanki are dangerous at all?
Very dangerous to those who they target. They're generally really selective with who they target, though. And you don't remember exactly what circumstances were for that. But they can kill a lot of people. In particular if they feel threatened.
Okay. I see. I may have heard of those. Githyanki? Something like that. Anyway, from what I remember, they're not particularly dangerous unless they decide they want you dead. In that case, you may as well kiss your ass goodbye. I say, thank you for the information. And then I used my little earring. I'm like, sounds like there's Gith Yunky or something like that nearby.
Any relevant knowledge-based rolls can be
Adrian,
rolled.
he said to the south, right? Huh?
Yeah, when he was coming up from the south.
God damn it. I don't know anything.
Yeah, I say they're to the south from what I hear. And then my guy's like, ooh, shiny, wanders off to another stall. Anything else that my guy hears?
There's also a couple, like, random stories, or a lot of stories about gnolls having popped up. And one story about orcs having attacked, but... yeah. So, moving on...
Where was the orc attack?
All of these are coming from the south.
Okay, so it looks like a lot of the stories that these merchants have are related to the south. So there's stuff going on down there, definitely.
Yeah, there's some stories that are from slightly north of here, but people
Most
stopped
of these
going
merchants came from the south.
Yeah, people basically stopped going at the point when people started showing up dead at the fort north, up in the north.
Okay.
So, I'm going to jump to Orsic.
Yes.
At his stall as he's gathering up rumors. People talking about having seen trees moving. There's a person who talks about having seen a person walking around with like his hands backwards on his wrists.
I mean, it's maybe all nonsense.
Rock, Sasha.
But I still write it all down in my little notepad.
Yeah.
I see you, Adrian.
You do not see me because I don't have a camera. Haha. So, yeah, and one of the most detailed stories that you're going to get is going to be from a guy who's getting himself particularly plastered.
Okay.
You know what I saw right here? I saw a person made out of fire. A big person. Like, he must have been at least 20 feet tall. Hey, what happened? We get close to where he is. He apparently just, like, was burning this full of, like, wagon caravan thing. Not a long one, maybe, like, 3 wagons. And then he just, like, walked off.
I jot this down.
No, he's not leaving any burn mark, just walking off. And you know what driver said to me? He said that I was hallucinating because I didn't have any water. What kind of BS is that?
That is pretty BS. Can I get you another drink, my good sir?
Yeah. I'll have another ale. Make that 3 ales.
Well, you're going to tell me how much I'm going to make, so... Or is that 15 for the entire night and this is just part of the night?
This is part of the night.
Okay. So it's 15 no matter what. Got it.
Yeah, I'm guessing that you're like watering down his drinks by the end of things.
Maybe.
Especially as he's
know.
pulling out smaller and smaller amounts of money to throw at you.
Well, yeah, if you can't pay for a full drink, of course I'm going to water his shit down.
You'll get what you pay for.
Exactly! Not my fault it's not full strength. You're the one that's giving me the cheap shit.
Yeah, and he will actually pass out on your countertop. So, that brings things to Lavir.
Me and my 18 charisma check. Do I have a fun night? I'm not trying to get any information at all, though you did have me roll an insight check. What's this bitch got on me?
That was partly to properly interpret her moods. I happen to know that if you roll low on something like an insight check, you could read happiness instead as depression.
Oh no. That's so sad.
You did not roll low.
I did not.
With your bonus, you're above average.
Indeed.
So, there's going to be no mishaps like that. However, you are going to be gaining additional information.
Oh.
Because she feels that she needs to talk to somebody about it.
I'm here
And-
for her.
And, like, not have people, criticizing her or whatever.
No, I don't... Dude. I'm
That
an
or-
adventurer.
yeah.
Like...
That or, looking to get something out of her with all this information.
Mm-hmm.
Just a nice, relaxed talk.
Sure. Totally what it is.
And she's not entirely certain, but she thinks that she saw something that night when everyone ended up dying. It was kind of the middle of the night, and she's not entirely certain if it was a dream or not. And she's been kind of doubting herself ever since. That is not under N. But she thinks that, she saw a couple of things that she thought were kind of off or disconcerting. She kind of woke up in the middle of the night and just kind of felt a need to go walking. She doesn't even really remember why anymore.
Natural danger sense?
Kind of, yeah. And so she decided to get up out of her bed and, wander around a little bit, feeling that something was kind of off. And she thought she saw two figures, is the best way that she can think of to put it. Which, one of them she thought looked kind of like wet and like soft a little bit. And like had things coming off of its face, maybe. It could have just been like a really greasy beard, but it seemed a bit off. And there's another... I'm looking up the description of the other thing right now.
You're so much more prepared than I am at any given time.
Are you high enough? Huh? You high enough?
What?
I think so.
What's that?
Don't worry about it.
Are you watching a movie or something?
No, that was my mom talking to my cat.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, I get it.
About drugs, I was very confused.
To be fair, I also thought that there was drug talk going on.
Like, are you high enough already? Like, come on. I've heard that exact conversation
going down?
happen before.
Okay, so I am not currently
Got it.
finding...
Thank you.
the original thing I was looking for. So I'm
Make it
gonna,
up.
yeah, I'm gonna have
Make it
to
up.
look through the books and pick something else.
No, just make it up, dude. Find something that fits later. Do it now.
All right, and also, what appeared to be like this kind of green-skinned person with like wings. I want to say it was really kind of weird and creepy.
What kind of wings? Like dragon wings, or like soft wings, or
It looked almost like it could have been like feathery, or maybe just really large scales.
mm-hmm.
It looked kind of weird, and like they were trying to cover it up a little bit with a really ratty cape or something.
Could I make? Would that be Arcana or religion? Could I do a religion check for that?
You can attempt a religion check.
Certainly, I will happily do that. God damn it! I'm not rolling well on my intelligence checks tonight, y'all.
Y'all, are we going down
Y'all.
south now, y'all?
I'll let you roll it with
Down the
advantage.
country fire us all, y'all.
I'll let you roll with advantage.
Oh, excellent.
What kind of advantage do you need to be in the south? Not that much.
Hey, you know, when you're down in the south, you gotta get a little bit of it, just a little, and not enough.
Mine is very comical, over the top, and potentially prejudiced.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of a part of it.
In particular, when it
I
comes
know-
to
I know too many Texans.
yeah, and
Way-
TV doesn't help.
No, TV does not help at all.
Okay,
All my exes lived in Texas.
okay, so it sounds almost like an angel talking with something else, but that doesn't make any sense as to why there'd be an angel here. I mean, nobody's seen a legitimate angel in like over 100 years.
Mm,
Not since the planes were shut off.
Maybe one got trapped on this side. That'd explain why they're trying to hide it. I will not mention this to her. I will simply console her and make her feel loved and
Yeah.
make her feel valid.
There is an additional thing that she saw that she thought was kind of weird, which was there was a group of like 3 people that were wearing like these kind of dirty white robes that like were more gray because of the dirt and grime. And they were
But
kind
it
of
looked like they were originally white.
yeah, and they were soaked, very like blank-eyed, and kind of just stumbling a little bit together as a group in synchronization.
Synchronized stumbling?
Yeah. And something about a tentacle master. That's what she thought they muttered, but she's uncertain.
Why? Fucking illithids, can they just like die like a little bit? Or a lot? Can I roll to see if Lavir knows what I also know?
Roll a
What
history
Celeste already
check.
knows? Oh no. Not as good at this. Ah!
21!
Ah!
Not actually Illithid reference.
Oh!
Aboleth reference.
Oh no. It's not better.
No, it's not better. So you now have
Why?
several potential leads. And by the way, you do end up getting past all of the dark, creepy stuff and into some more fun stuff after that.
Excellent.
Including finding out that she comes from a place where humans and orcs kind of just live together.
That's cool as hell. I mean, as a person that comes from a culture that like race isn't like much of a thing, I get it.
Yeah.
I do my very best.
Oh my. Hey, lady.
Yeah. And I suspect that there will be some canoodling afterwards.
Oh, certainly.
Or screwing each other in the ass and one of the two.
What? I am nice to my ladies. If I screw them in the ass, I prepare them first. And they will like it the whole time.
Well, okay then.
I forget, is Lavir
What?
male?
What? No.
Lavir...
No. Lavir is female.
Okay. Just wanted to
Lavir is a
double check.
pretty lady.
Okay. So...
What?
At any rate... I was confused because
There
of
are
the
other
some of the
options.
comments. Yeah, there are many, many other options. Including magic items, but we don't need to get into that.
I do not own those magic items.
Yeah, we can
Lavir
talk about
is
that
sadly-
after we're done with...
Sorry. Moving on.
Yeah, so we're actually just about at the end of the session here.
Oh, perfect.
Since you guys have now gathered up your leads, I need to mark down the leads that you guys have gotten. Because you guys will be gathering together... Actually, I suppose we could do one more scene, maybe, if you guys are up for it.
Oh, and I'm gonna buy the periaptive health.
Okay. Awesome sauce. Sauceum.
I'm now immune to disease.
But there are so many other things that hurt.
Oh yeah, it was like swords.
Mm-hmm. And stabbing.
And maces.
And landslides.
And fire. And tentacle slaps.
Only in the right circumstance.
Well, I said they hurt. So,
True. Not always a bad thing.
The next scene.
Sorry. I'm like
Yes.
in a mood.
yeah, you've gotten yourself into a mood. So, the next morning, I assume that you guys are going to be gathering for breakfast to relate your intelligence to each other.
My breakfast is spent with my lovely lady, and then I will join the rest of the party.
Okay.
After breakfast, I will join and relay my information.
I'll pull open the book and just show all the blabber and all the stupidity in this world and try to make heads or tail of it with them.
I have concern about the aboleth and the fucking angel.
I've been laughing at different magic items most of this time, like the trident of fish command.
Mm-hmm. It's you are
Aquaman.
You are Aquaman, yeah.
So, I was hoping on maybe getting you guys to relay the information in character.
Actually do things in character. God damn. What are doing things in character?
So, I'm assuming that Orsic and I want to say it's Beth is his assistant.
No.
No.
No, there's Betsy's the ram.
It was a different game where it was Beth.
I don't remember. Where do I look for
Vistra.
that? Vistra, yeah.
So, I'm assuming that Orsic and Vistra are going to be getting breakfast together probably fairly early in the morning after having cleaned up the stall and closed it up.
Yeah. Noticing I barely even cracked open one barrel.
Yeah, basically you put in the tap and you've been pouring from the tap and that's about all you managed to get. And that brings... so I'm guessing Denault is also gathering at the same place. And for some reason I'm guessing... I'm guessing that all of you are joining up at the candle in the window.
Sure.
As I'm eating breakfast, I'm going to pull out a bottle of Steel Mall.
All right, so
Just pull one out of my bag and start drinking it.
so Orsic will notice that Denault has pulled out a bottle of it's
It's a Steel Maw Pale Ale.
yeah. So for a real world reference, think like a nice IPA. Even though most IPA is in fact not made in India anymore. So, yeah, the two of you are going to be sitting down to breakfast, or the three of you are going to be sitting down to breakfast before, come on, Brain.
Lavir.
Before Lavir comes down. So what can I get you for your, breakfast? Anyone?
Alright, if you get...
My usual.
What is your usual? This is the first time I've seen you here.
Wait. I thought we were still in my cart with.
No! Candle in the
missing.
window. For breakfast. That way you don't have to eat rations.
Yeah. Do you have a nice big old slab of ham, bacon, and eggs, and some hash browns?
We don't really have a whole lot of eggs left, but we do have ham and bacon. And plenty of potatoes and onions.
Can I at least have one egg with it?
Sure.
Put me on that up, please.
And would you like anything to drink?
I brew my own coffee. Thank you.
And what about the other two of you?
I'm not down for breakfast yet.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, assistant.
His assistant.
Right.
Yeah.
I always forget
I
that that's a
say-
thing.
How about some breakfast potatoes?
Alright, I can do that.
And some of whatever meat you have on the side grilled.
That's at least nice and easy to do. I'll have just a couple sausages with some toasted bread and maybe a bit of butter.
Well, I'm not crazy about SEAL team.
So,
far,
okay, so the
criminal minds.
the waitress is going to go on back to start cooking up the meal. Her son's not being awake yet.
Just put all the shit out of the way for her.
So,
And yes, my guy's entire breakfast consists of breakfast potatoes, a little bit of meat, and then beer.
beer, breakfast of champions. Don't drink beer for breakfast at
Especially
home.
on Sundays.
Don't drink beer for breakfast at home, people. It can lead to...
On a Sunday. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Alright, so she'll be taking off, leaving the three there. And Vistra's going to be kind of probably pulling out all the notebooks of information that were gathered the night before.
I just want to be able to think about this if I'm like stepping on hell today or whatever.
So does Denault want to wait until Lavir shows up?
No, I'll look over at her as she's pulling them out, and I say, "Did you hear anything about something like a Githyanki, something like that?"
A Githyanki?
Yes, they were spotted to the south.
I didn't hear anything like that. I heard something about elves with red eyes, but
Yeah, one of the merchants said that he saw some Githyanki to the south.
And she'll then go and open up one of the notebooks and start writing in it. She keeps 3 different notebooks.
I figure it's better to pass that information on. I'm like, I figure it's better to pass that information on before I forget.
Well, we did hear something about something that sounded like a fire giant.
I'm evil. I just walked in my mom's room and accidentally released a fire bomb.
Alright, so I guess Vistra will allow Denault access to her notebooks.
Okay.
With all of the rumors that she gathered up. Which she keeps in each different notebook for a reason, which is, one is rumors that are actually likely to be true. Things that are said that have been confirmed by other people. And then the unlikely rumors.
I say, oh, and the Githyanki, I spoke with a person that saw one for a brief moment. And I take a look through a notebook to see if I have anything to add from the night before.
Okay.
And after I'm done eating and letting them go over all the rumors, I go do my morning meditation thing.
Cool. Probably that's the point when Lavir is with... What was her name again?
Vistra?
Vistra, yes.
No, Bridget?
No. Bridget, yes.
Okay.
I don't remember names. Lavir's probably better though than I am. Most people are. Yes. So Lavir's gonna give her a kiss and a little slap on the ass as she heads her out to probably back to her stall. And she'll come wherever. Well, she'll go over to Denault unless you wandered off somewhere.
No, I'm at the candle in the window now. Candle in the window now.
Cool. Then
Potatoes and beer.
Excellent. She's gonna come up behind you and just be like, that looks really good. She's gonna go and take a potato off your plate and stick it in her mouth. I'm starving. I don't know about you. I had a great night. And, as a bonus, I learned things. Because she wasn't quite comfortable with everyone around, but it was a lot easier to get information out of her.
I look over.
You're doing your meditations.
Oh, I wasn't here for this part?
You
said you weren't out for breakfast, so...
You are in the room.
Yeah.
So I am in the room,
cool.
okay.
Cool.
I look over and say, what'd you do? Pull a Kara move?
Pull a what?
You know the whole tail, fetish thing that she's got going? Did you pull that move?
Oh, no! My tail is not that prehensile. But, and that's much too unpleasant for the wonders we did last night. But, either way, I won't give you the details because, personally, I like to keep those to myself, not to kiss and tell.
Brother, she's one of those.
But, oh, fuck off. You're just jealous that you didn't get any. Anyways, back to the point at hand.
My character goes, just remember who bought you that damn sword.
I know. Anyways,
and with that, I go shoving my
point
hand in my face.
that I was okay. The So, she saw things that are probably a collection of shambling individuals in white cloaks that were dirty as hell. Probably has something to do with an aboleth. They were talking about a tentacled master. There is... she saw 2 figures in the woods. One...
No, this was at the fort.
Possibly in... Oh, this is at the fort. Never mind. At the fort, possibly Angel and someone... that... I'm not quite sure how to describe that one. But I'll try later in my notebook. And then... Was there another one? Or was that the only 2?
Those were the 2 instances that she remembered coming across.
Got it. I didn't know if there was a 3rd one. So both of those are possible leads, per se, to the unrest in the area. But I don't know. It doesn't seem connected to the gnolls necessarily, but it could be to the green-skinned people.
I look at her and I say, one of the merchants saw Get Yankee to the south.
Ah! Joy of joys. Fucking Get Yankee.
Which, Get Yankee... There's been an occasional Get Yankee, but for the most part, Get Yankee have not been seen here, and again...
Yeah. It's like,
Basically, it's like
to our plate.
we're just at this point. Something is really wrong here.
Yeah, I doubt that that all of these things are coincidences. Usually you have one of these things in an area, not
something.
10.
Something is very wrong in this place. I wonder if this is...
seeing all the...
And I just kind of start staring off to the distance. I wonder if this is part of my vision. Shit.
Vision?
Michael, yeah, that's right. I haven't told either of you about that.
I will go with having my meat halfway out, I'm gnawing on the bone or whatever. You can give them a look. I'm like, what?
The only person I've spoken to of it recently is the king. I saw my people's hall conquered with another nation's flag over the throne.
I'll give the look of whoever the damn. I'll go. Whoever's dumb enough to attack a Dwarven hold, not only to take it over, I mean, not just to attack it, but take it over. There's someone to be feared.
Either there's someone to be feared or just clever.
I say, I look at Orsic, and I say, Orsic, the king has heard of this person, of this nation, though he couldn't tell me much about them. He agreed to assist me if we can assist him with this dragon.
War is hardly so simple with a single enemy.
I doubt we're dealing with one enemy.
Oh, certainly. Though I was actually thinking, so we're dealing with lots of bullshit in a single area. Might there be a planar tear?
Unheard of.
There's lots of...
I will
What was that?
I'll take my fork and I will stab it in the meat. And I said, I look over at Donald and I go, whoever dares to attack your hold attacks my hold, because you are like a friend and a brother to me. And we'll find out what's going to happen, and we'll stop them or die trying.
See, on the other hand, the human lands to the south. I heard that one of my party had arrived in the city and headed south. It's possible that we might find more of my kin to the south.
I am from the south, and perhaps I may be able to guide you there. After all of this bullshit, of course. God's be forgiving, and we actually...
Yeah. Unfortunately, all I know is the person who headed south, and that he was looking for humans to possibly aid our kingdom.
Huh? Not the worst idea. Humans are hardly so dedicated as plenty of the other races. She says, wearing her human skin.
He'll go in warfare, please. I'll go back to my eating.
I just kind of look at her and I'm like, I smile and I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I can turn into a lion.
Oh, fuck off.
I look up and says, does that mean you two can mate then?
Oh, please no. Please no. I'm already not into men, but on top of... No. Oh, no.
Well, you're a lioness. He's a lion. You know, pups gotta be made somehow.
No, they don't. There are other people for that. She just, like, shivers in just disgust.
I'll just nom on bacon.
I just kind of smile and I'm like, don't worry, you don't have to worry about it.
I'm not worried about you, I'm worried about him.
Why are you worried about me?
Because you're the one suggesting it.
Whoa.
Oh, and nerd, what I asked you earlier about the potions, did my guy know that?
The fact that it's magic based, yeah.
I look over at Orsic, I'm like, by the way, you might want to be careful with those potions you just bought.
Why?
They're magic based.
Oh shit.
Most things are. Most things worth having are.
I
will
look
take
at her
like
and
a
I'm
piece
like,
of string or something, whatever I got handy, just make sure I mark those 3 bottles so I know that they're different.
I say, no, nerd, the potions of healing are all magic based, right?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, there's a couple that are more alchemical based, but
It's just easier to make the magical based ones, honestly.
yeah.
They're more powerful, they're
say-
better.
I say,
Well, they're
very
faster
few healing potions are not based on magic, because I see him pulling out the string and tying it to the tops of the bottles.
No? Okay.
Hmm?
So, as I was mentioning before, we're dealing with lots of different bullshit. I mean, I doubt the root of this probably has something to do with the area itself. And were most of the rumors that you heard coming from the south?
Yeah, that fort. Around that fort.
Mm-hmm.
So, I say we go head for the fort and see what's really going on.
I agree with you entirely.
But I will say this, on the road, make sure your weapons are ready.
I reach into my bag and I pull out some fluffy ball, and I throw it on I drop it on the ground next to me.
What does it turn into?
Alright, I guess I have to pull out a D8. Or no, I'll just use the roller in here, because I don't have a D8 right here. And then I'll pull out the book in question. And see what a 6 gets.
If I remember right, it lasts all day, right?
I don't remember.
As I pull out a sword.
Okay, so he pulls out a small fluff thing and he'll toss it to the ground. Okay, so he pulls out a fuzzy object from the bag and he throws it on the ground. It lands. Oh! I was wrong. It's 3 fuzzy objects per day, not 1.
Okay.
Even better.
The gremlins are coming out to play.
So, it grows into a giant boar. Which will kind of startle people, because giant boar.
Boar. Because boar. Boars are terrifying, my dude. Those things will freaking gut you like no other.
Mm-hmm.
This one at least seems to be friendly to you guys.
I just reach up and I start patting its head.
Beautiful.
Smiling.
Mm-hmm.
I just roll my eyes.
Ready.
Yeah, so I guess we're heading down to the fort for next session.
Yep.
And as I see the boar, I'll gnaw my last piece of bacon, going, mmm.
Alright.
And I was just kind of idly munching on my breakfast. I pushed, I look over at Lavir and I say, Lavir, would you like the rest of this?
Yes.
Push the plate over to her.
Lavir is one of those people that is like a food vacuum. Like, she can eat for eternity.
When we leave, it's like, my character is, the giant boar. Would my guy be able to ride it?
It is indeed a giant boar. I'll double check the monster manual for this one, but I'm pretty certain that makes it a size large.
Yeah, if it's a
Which
large,
means it might not be able to get it outside
yes.
of the door.
Oh.
Because the door was made for medium-sized creatures. Okay, you might be able to still get it out by, like, squishing it and like, pushing it really hard.
Shoving
Luckily, this building is built very sturdily, so there's that at least.
Oh, so it's not like one of those old West things that have a fake front and there's a tent behind all the other walls.
Nope. Giant seahorse, giant goat, giant constrictor snake. Ah, giant boar. Yeah, so it's a large size, so it's big enough for you to ride. And have somebody else on it, too.
So are we able to get it out of the door then? Basically,
I will roll
it's double doors
check.
at the front of the inn.
Actually, I'm going to roll some dice. And
Oh no.
there might be an easy solution to this. Fortunately for you guys, there is in fact an easy solution to this. You can bring it into the stable. Because that door apparently is large between the main tavern room and the stable itself.
I guess people are fond of bringing their horses in from the stable.
It's apparently also where all the big people come in through.
Ah, the ones that are larger than life.
Yep.
Okay, so I walk in front of the boar and lead it out into the stable, and then meet them out front, and I'm sitting on top of the boar.
I look over and look, it's the boar on top of the boar.
I say, I know, isn't it such a boring situation?
It is.
Bad
How
puns are
much
necessary.
more of a
Yes,
time can you
possible.
have?
Best. Best puns. Oh, yes. Hmm.
And they,
Lavir will just
say,
laugh at him.
oh, by the way, I'm immune to disease now.
Awesome. I'm sure you will have all the fun.
Huh. That's a cool ability that boars have.
What?
Once per day, instead of being knocked out, they can just go, nope!
Yeah. Just like once per day?
Okay, once per short rest.
Ah, that's even cooler.
I will look over at Denault and go, where did you get that disease thing?
Here's the question. Does Mike-Eye remember? It was a long night. He looked at a lot of shiny trinkets.
Intelligence check?
That is indeed what would be rolled for a memory check. I will put the DC at 6.
He might not make it.
He made it.
8.
Oh.
It was a local jeweler. Or not a local jeweler, but a jeweler who's currently here.
I tell him where the jeweler is.
I will head in that direction.
Ah, why?
So, alright. So, are you going to also look to buy a periaptive health?
To me?
Yes, you.
I'm going to buy 2 and say if I'm going to try to persuade him, but I only pay 20 platinum.
First, I have to see if he actually has to. He apparently sold the other one that he had the day before.
He only has 1.
No, he sold one to to Denault, and then he sold another one that same day, so he's apparently out.
Oh. I said, okay.
He does have other little things like that, though.
Oh?
And we're now going on much longer than originally intended.
Oh,
Indeed.
that's fine. You make a fun
During
later.
that.
Yeah, so I'll try to get a list compiled before next time. As long as I remember.
Wow, I didn't even realize my live stream stopped about an hour ago.
Well, I've still been recording. It's a good thing that I have a really, really big hard drive to put this on.
Thanks to
2
that 2
terabytes.
terabyte drive I installed.
Yeah.
2 terabytes represent. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright. You know what that means?
Yep.
Time for you to go and fall unconscious?
Yeah.
Nice.
Me
So let's
too,
go
it's
enjoy your kitty
12:30
cat.
here.
So go enjoy the kitty cats.
Indeed.
Fortunately, in about 4 weeks, I'm going to be out there.
Well, it sucks you're not going to be out here for the 8th.
Yeah.
So long. Farewell.
Later.
Adieu, my friends. Along with the audience. So long.
So long, farewell. Yeah. Alright.
Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
So yeah, that's the end of our session. It went on longer than intended. You can see by the timestamp there. We normally stop like a half hour before this. I'm still
And
seeing
next
our
time there'll be killing, I promise.
Yes, next time there is definitely going to be combat, so I hope Celeste actually does show up. I can still see her video going at the moment.
And maybe our lioness will end up riding a lion into battle.
That would be pretty funny.
What, riding her all night long?
No. Like, the were-lion on top of a lion's back riding into combat. It'd be hilarious.
With a giant boar charging into combat right next to the lion.
I know, we can put Orsic on top of the boar.
A dwarf on top of a boar with a lion.
Alright, so this is the end of the live stream.